Hey, welcome back to the YouTube channel for CruiseCasinoMafia.com. And we do these free videos on YouTube if you're new to the channel. Usually a few of them a week. And this is kind of the outside version of what we do for our private members at CruiseCasinoMafia.com. So what we do at CruiseCasinoMafia.com is we have over 400 or more PDFs, private videos teaching people the best ways to make money using casino games such as roulette, craps, and baccarat to develop a paycheck. You can do it as a part-time deal. You can just have fun on your next cruise or Vegas trip, or if you live somewhere where there's a live casino near you and you want to take it a little bit more seriously. Or you can do what some of our members do, which is turn it into an actual business. That's right. Turn it into an actual business with a game plan. Treat it like a business and develop from what we're giving you what works best for you and what methods work for you. And not everything is for everybody. So that's why we're constantly introducing new techniques and concepts, because everybody has different objectives and a different risk to reward ratio. So if you're interested in becoming a private member, you can go over to cruisecasinomafia.com. You can use promo code MAFIA and the number 50 to get $50 off. You get, when you join, you get everything we've done over the last year and a half and everything we're gonna do. And by the way, a little bit of new stuff going on. We have now hooked up with some of the pro players. Right now it's Baccarat, and we just introduced for the first time a private opportunity to purchase a professional system. And the only place you can get that professional Baccarat system is through CruiseCasinoMafia.com right now. It is separate from our normal membership, but you can't even get access to it anywhere but becoming a member with us. And let me tell you something, it is on fire. It's called Baccarat Squared, and it's used by somebody that makes money in Biloxi and Vegas on a regular basis. The members who do purchase that system, it's a small community of private people that gain access to it. And any of the new edits or new things that are learned through the stats that he keeps are going to be available, any of the tweaks, to anybody that purchases that system. So it's not our system, but the moral of the story is the only thing we try to do at CruiseCasinoMafia.com is to give you access to anything we can find. Obviously, 99% of it is free because you're a member. But if there's something that tests out amazing that's not available to the public but costs money, we're obviously going to bring that to your attention. Okay, so let's move on here. So, lots of good stuff with my favorite game, craps. Lots of really intelligent human beings in this space that are creating very innovative combination bets and money management to make money at this game. Okay? The moral of the story is, with craps now, it's really cool because almost all the casinos, even if they've raised the minimums on the regular craps table, there's bubble craps, and now there's those electronic craps, which is not, you're still throwing real dice. So it's not bubble craps, it's more of an electronic game where a guy still has to throw the dice, but you're betting through an electronic board or keyboard in front of you or whatever. And the beauty of that, I played quite a bit in Biloxi last week, is that the bets are so tiny. So you can start with any bankroll, which is very different than Baccarat, okay, where you can't do that. In most casinos, they don't even have a stadium version, and if they do, it's still a $5 minimum. Craps is a whole different ballgame. So if you're not a craps player, you need to learn the game, and it's really easy. So a lot of people get confused. They think there's a lot of different things going on. You don't have to be an expert at all the bets at craps to be able to learn the damn game. So the only thing I'm going to show you today is a lot of the guys on YouTube have been doing these combo bets, okay, where you're betting for the 7, but you're also betting for a number to be rolled or numbers to be rolled at the same time. So you're kind of playing the light and the dark side. Now, this was not something, just so you guys know that are new to this, when you read craps books years ago, and believe me, I read every one from the 80s, from when I started playing in the late 80s. I read all those John Patrick books and all this other stuff, and everything that I could get my hands on. There weren't a lot of people that were playing both sides at the same time. So I think it's really interesting when people do that. Okay, it's really interesting. So I just want to show you some of the basics when people do that. So what they do is they'll play, and sometimes it's the same amount, sometimes it isn't. They'll play, let's say, 50 here. Okay, well, we'll do, you know what we'll do? We'll do 100. Okay, they'll do 100 here. And when it's up here, it's a lay bet. Okay, it's a lay bet. That means that you're betting that the 7 shows up before whatever the point number is. And then they'll do something like this. They'll do 25. We'll do 3 of them. And this is what makes it varied. Sometimes you'll see, like Gambling with Jimmy, sometimes you'll see Jimmy do 3 of these bets. Sometimes you'll see Waylon do 2 of these bets with a lay bet. Sometimes you'll see more than that being done. Sometimes you'll see 2 lay bets. So I just want to introduce the concept so that you guys can see what's going on if you go to Gamble with Jimmy's channel, and I highly recommend it, or watch Waylon's Way Craps, and he does combinations of things. So this is a lay bet, and these are called place bets. Okay? When you have a place bet, you get paid when this number is rolled. Okay, now, sometimes you'll see them using don't pass bets. Okay, it's the same as a lay bet, but it's not on a single number. So if the point is established and you have a don't pass, you're rooting for the 7 to show up and you get paid here, which is the opposite of the pass line where you're rooting for the shooter to actually make his point. So the last thing you need to know in this little craps demo is that this is called a come out roll. See how the puck is over here? Okay? That means there isn't a point established. So when there's no point established, if a 7 is rolled, okay, if you were on the pass line, you would get paid. But any other time you would lose that bet. Okay? We lose this bet on the laid 4 if a 4 is rolled. So let's go ahead and roll and see what happens. Okay, we lost it. Okay, so we lost the 4 because the 4 was rolled. All right? Now, the other thing I forgot to tell you is we were working on the come out roll. Sometimes you'll see people doing things where they don't put these bets out until after this happens. After. We decided to be active on the come out roll. So we lost this, right? We lost our 100. So some of the systems you're going to see, they now are just going to play with these bets here. And sometimes you'll see systems where they're still going to want to have a lay bet. Right? We're down 100 right now. So we're not going to go up. We're not going to go up. We could lay 200 against the 4 hitting. Right? Sometimes you're going to see that. Well, actually, we can do that if you want. So we will make this a ladder. So we would go up to 200, whatever your bet is on this. We'll do it simple. Sometimes we flip-flop from the 4 to the 10 because the odds are the same. Okay? But on this demo, we'll just stay with the 4, meaning that we're going to say that it's going to 7 out before the 4 shows up. So we're going to go out here just to show you how that works. And we'll do $200 laying against the 4. Okay? 200. We could have gone over here on the 10. It's the same odds. Or
we could not replace this right now and only play with our place bets. So the only reason I'm doing this video is to show you the vibe of what these different bets do. This is a lay bet. These are place bets. So let's go ahead and roll. Okay, that's an 8. We didn't grab an 8, so nothing happens. That's a 2. Nothing happens. Another 8. Okay, we got paid on the 5. Okay. And the way that this thing is set up right now, I forgot to put leave winning bets up. All right. So it pulled the bet off immediately. Normally it would stay up there. So we'll just put it back up there. Okay. Now you can take these bets off. You can turn these bets off anytime. Anytime. You can tell the dealer to turn them off, or you can take the bet down at any time. All right. So we're down, as you can see, from our 10,000. Right? Because we lost that 100, even though we just made a little bit of money here on the 5. But these bets are still working. That's why this shows 96.55. Okay. And currently we have $280 out there at risk. Okay. So look what happened. The 7 came. We lost these bets. But we won our lay bet because the 7 came. Okay, so we're still down. Well, we're not really. If I pull this down, you'll see. We're down a few dollars now. We're at 99.47. Okay? So we're almost at break even. It doesn't matter. All right? So now it's a new come out roll. So we'll do it again. Right? We'll do it again. So what we'll do this time is we'll show you it. That was a little bit much to do 100 and then do the 25s. So this time we'll do double on the 4. So we'll do a $50 lay bet. Okay. And then we're going to do the 25 on, this time we'll switch it to a 9. Okay, just to give you a little bit of a feeling for it. And we'll take the 6 and the 8 this time. And you have to do $30 on those for the odds to work out. Right? So, and obviously you could do this for less money. I'm doing this as if it was a $25 minimum table. So this total bet now is $135. Right? 135. Now, because I have 30, 30, and 25, I realize that we probably do need to do the 100 here. Okay, if we're going to cover these, You see what I'm saying? Because we only have 50 here. And here we have 60, 85. Okay, so we probably do need to do the 100. Okay, so now we got a 185 total bet. So, and they're all working. We're going to work on the come out roll. So let's see what happens. That's a 12. No point was established. Nothing happens. Oh, bad luck. We lost again. The point is a 4. So we're getting really bad luck with our 4s. So now we got to go back out with another $200 bet. If we're doing that, if we're doing it this way, you don't have to do that. But we've gotten crushed both times because the 4 was the point. So here we go. So now we're back out there with double bet with the 200. We're laddering up on this. So let's see what happens. Okay, we made money on the 8, right? We made money on the 8. Let's keep going. And the 4 hit. So we got crushed on that. So again, the 4 is red hot. We got hit on the 4 again. So that was $200 down there. So this time we're going to say we give up on the 4. And we're going to do a $200. We're not going to ladder up this time. We'll stay with the 200. Okay? And if you were playing a straight ladder like you're going to see on Jimmy's channel or Waylon, you probably would ladder up, double it up again. We'll just stay with the 200 for now, because this is simply a demo as to how these bets work for people that don't really understand it, right? This isn't really a system I'm playing. I'm kind of giving you a clue as to what those bets do. So here we go with another come out roll. Wow. Another 4. Thank God we weren't on the 4. We would have gotten killed again. So this
this little session, the 4 has just been a monster. So if you're laying the 4, you're getting killed. Okay? You're getting absolutely crushed here. All right, so here we go. Look at that. And the 4 hit again. That must be, what is that, 5 or 6 4s. So if you would have doubled up and lost on the late 4, you would have doubled up again if you would have went back on the 4 and the 4 hit again. You would be crushed, absolutely crushed with this. Okay, so we didn't lose any money. Here comes the come out roll. Okay, the point is now a 5. We're laying on the 10. We don't want a 10 to show up, but we want these numbers to show up. So we get paid if a 6, 8, 9, or a 7 shows up. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So the 7 showed up. We lost our bets here. Right? And we won our bet here. So we're still down because of all those 4s. So we lost here. We made money here. Okay? So now we can either ladder up here. We can ladder up. And you'll see sometimes on the systems they show on those channels, they ladder up because they lost these bets. But we didn't really lose money, though, overall. Because it was 30 and 30 is 60, right? And another 25, and we made money here. So we didn't really get killed, right? We didn't get killed. All right? So let's go ahead and go back out there. And we're just going to do this instead of doing too much crazy laddering. And we're definitely going to avoid this 4 because the 4 is red hot. So we'll just put 25 there. This time we'll take a 5, 8, and 9. And I'm just showing you that you can mix it up. And you can do 2 bets here with the lay bet if you want. And you'll see them do that. So let's see what happens here. Here's the come out roll. All right, it's an 8. So we just got paid on that 8 already. Okay, we got paid on the 8. So here we go. Now, how do we get paid? If a 5 is rolled, an 8 is rolled, a 9 is rolled, or a 7 is rolled, because then this lay bet pays us. We're going to lose these, but we're going to make something here. So I'm just showing you the dynamics. There you go. It was a 9. We got paid on the 9. Now, some of the systems will tell you 1 and down. So you got paid once on this. You can take this down now, right? You want to see how that plays out? Watch this. Let's see if I can remember how to take it down. Okay. So just to show you what happened. So I got hit. I won on the 9. I took it down. I told the dealer to take me down. So we'll play it that way just to show you how that works with craps. So now we get paid on a 5, a 7 out, or an 8. A 5, 7, or an 8. We don't want a 10. That would be bad news. There we go. The 7 is rolled. We lost here and we won here. All right? So now, we're not back to break even because of all those crazy 4s. But let's assume that we were back to break even. We would drop this back down to our base bet. So we can do a lay on the 4, 5, or the 10. So you want to go back on the 4, even though it was killing us, or stay on the 10? Let's stay on the 10. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Okay. So we'll do $100 on the 10. And this time, we'll do the 6, the 5, and the 9. And of course, on the 6, you have to bet the different increment. You have to put the 30. So here's our come out roll. Okay? We don't want a 10. That's the only thing that really kills us here is that 10. We don't want a 10. Okay. It was a 9. We already got paid on the 9. Right? And the point is established now. Right? So you want to take this down. You want to play it really tight. Or you want to leave that bet up there. Let's leave it up there this time. Even though we got paid on it. Let's leave it up there. Watch this. Okay, it's an 8. We didn't buy the 8 this time. We didn't place the 8, so we don't get paid. There's a 5. We got paid. So now we know we've made money on our 5 bet and our 9 bet. So why don't we take one of those down to protect it? Which one do we want to take down? Let's take the 5 down. Let's take that 5 down. And now we're going to get paid on a 6, on a 7 out, and on the 9. So let's see what happens. The only thing we don't want a 10. Anything but a 10. There we go. We got paid on the 6. Okay. So you want to use the one and done strategy? You want to take it down or leave it up? Because right now we're protected anyway. We have $100 here. And we've only got 30 and 25 out here. And so if the 7 comes up, we're okay. So why don't we leave these out there so you can get a feeling for what that looks like? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look what happened. They rolled the 10. Not good. All right? Not good. So here's what we're going to do this time. We're not going to replace our lay bet. We'll just let it play out. We'll let it play out. That's a 5. And we should have replaced our lay bet. You see that, guys? The 7 came, so if we would have replaced the lay bet, we would have been in good shape. But we didn't. We wimped out. So you see how you can play this, right? That's all I'm trying to show you, the variations. We lost these 2 bets, which is not a big deal because we won on the other bets and pulled them down. But if we would have replaced the lay bet, we would have been in great shape because within 1 or 2 rolls, the 7 came and we would have made that money. So let's do it again, all right? And again, the reason I'm doing this is not to show you, quote unquote, a system. It's to show you how you can play both sides. And I can show you some of the systems that do this on future videos, right? And this is what you see on Waylon's channel and Jimmy's channel and some of the other craps only channels. So I'm trying to introduce you and get your brain working to how the place bets and the lay bets work. So let's do it again. Let's lay on the let's go back to the 4 this time, 4, and we'll do 200, and we'll pretend like we're laddering up, that we lost on everything. So this time we would have to go to a $50, let's say 9. So if you see them doing laddering, we laddered from the 100 to the 200, and now we're laddering on the inside bets as well. These are called inside bets, right? Inside bets. So now what else are we going to take? We'll take a $60 6 and 8. How's that? You know what we'll do? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is now a $370 bet now, right? 60, 60, 50, and 200. Let's just see what happens. And this is the come out roll, right? This is the come out roll. All right, so it's a 7. It's a 7. We won here, but we lost all the money here. That didn't work out too good, right? We lost a little bit of money there. Not a lot, but we lost a little bit. And the way you've got to look at this is that you got to understand how the 4s and 10s pay out. And you can put it in Google and it'll show you what a lay bet pays. There's calculators. Just put craps calculator and you can put in the numbers so you can get good at this. And you can understand what a $50 laid 4 or 10 pays versus laying on these numbers. These pay way less. Way more because there's more ways to make them. It's harder to make a 4 and the 10, even though you've seen it happen so many times in this video. They're going to pay you less when the 7 comes out and you get paid on the laid 4 and 10. So you have to understand the balancing between the size of the lay bet and these bets. And that's what you see them do on a lot of those systems, right? That's why this bet is so much bigger if you're laying the 4 and the 10 versus these, because you don't make as much money on those. So we didn't get into that in this video, and I may have not done enough
on these bets to make up for the place bets. Okay, when you lose the place bets. So again, let's just do this again. And we definitely got killed there, right? So let's do it again to show you how this works out. So we'll go back to the base bet, let's say. And we'll do the $100 lay 10. Since this is killing us, the 4 has been devastating. So we're going to lay 100 here. And then what we'll do is, we're only going to do 2, because I think when we were doing the 3, it was too much for the $100 lay bet. All right? If you figure it out and calculate it out. So we'll do a $25, $30 6 and 8. How's that? $30 6 and 8. There you go. So now we're betting $60 here total, and we have $100 on the lay. We don't want a 10. We don't want a 10. Okay, there you go. That did nothing. It's not a point number, so they didn't move the puck. Snake Eyes, everybody would have lost. You would have lost here, but it doesn't affect us. Okay. Oh boy, look at that. Another 4. So thank God we didn't lay on the 4 again. That's what killed us. This entire demo is we've had more 4s than you'll ever normally see. But it certainly can happen, and it definitely did. So this time we avoided it because we're laying on the 10. So what are we going to get paid on now? We're going to get paid on the 6, the 7 out, or the 8. 6, 7, and 8, right? We don't want a 10. We don't want a 10. And there's the 10. So our lay bets have been killed in this demo. They've actually been killed, right? Absolutely killed out there, right? So let's put it back out there. And it certainly is not going to make up for the 100. So we would have to do something like a $200 bet. You see that? So we'd have to ladder up on the 4s and 10s, but you would have gotten killed in this little demo. Absolutely killed with some of those systems that they show you. And that's not a negative. Those systems work really well. It's just in this demo, the lay bets are getting crushed. Okay, but you're seeing the dynamic here. So we laddered up on the lay bet, on the 10. So now we're definitely looking for a 7 out or a 6 or an 8. Okay, that's a 4 again. Doesn't hurt us, but wow. Unbelievable how many 4s have been rolled. So this is a come out roll. Okay, so there's a 7. So we got paid for this, right? We got paid. These lost because we're active. We're playing them as active on the come out. All these bets were active on the come out. So we got paid because the 7 came up. All right, so where are we at? We're way down, as we know, because of the lay bet killers. So let's go back to the base bet again. Even though we're down, and this time I'm going to show you what happens if you do it on the 5. So what if we laid on the 5? There's more ways to make a 5 than the 4 and the 10. So they pay you more money when you get paid here. But you're also taking more risk because there's more ways to make a 5. I'm just going to do it to show you, kind of give you the feeling for this. And we'll go back out on the 6 and the 8. Okay? We're placing bets on the 6 and the 8. We're laying a bet against the 5. We don't want a 5. Great. We made the 7. So we lost these 2 bets, but we got paid on this one. So we're going to ladder up on these. We'll ladder up on... screw it. We're not going to ladder up on those. We'll just go back out. I don't want to get too confusing here. We'll just go back out. We're not going to ladder. All right? We'll just go back out there. All right. Wow. Another 4. Unbelievable. So what do we not want? We don't want a 5. We want a 6, 7, or an 8. 6, 7, or 8. Nothing. There you go. We got paid on the 6. So you want to try the 1 and down? Let's take it down.
And now watch what happens. It's probably going to have 27 sixes in a row, of course. So we took it off. That's what's called like a 1 and down. So now we get paid on a 7 out or an 8. And there it is. There's the 7 out. We lost the 30 bucks here, but look how much we made here. You see that? So we made money on that roll. All right. So let's do it one more time and we'll call it a video. So I hope this helps people that are really not knowledgeable on craps, so we can show more things going forward and you guys will feel comfortable watching some of those other really cool channels. So let's go back out there. $30 6, $30 8. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a 6, 7, or an 8. 6, 7, or 8. Oops, we didn't want that to happen. So we lost our $100 there, right? So now again, on some of those systems they show you, you immediately go back up in the ladder, right? So we can do that. We can put 200 now here. And now we're betting against him making the 5 point, right? So we win on a 6, a 7 out, or an 8. 6, 7 out, or 8. And here we go. And we won because it's 7'd out. We lost the 60 and we made the money here. So we made $122 because we did ladder up, which is what you really have to do to make your money back. Okay, so you see we're back up a little bit here, even though we're down, right? Should we do one more? Let's do one more. It's getting to be a long video, but I want you guys to understand. So let's do it. This time we'll do our lay bet on the 10, and we'll go back out. This time we'll do the 6 and 8 again. You could do the other ones if you want, but we'll do the 6 and 8 again. 30 and 30, right? We're only going to do 2, which is what we really should have been doing at the beginning of the video, because then we wouldn't have lost this. We would have lost when we got crushed on the lay bets, but we wouldn't have gotten crushed as much. So here we go. Okay, it's an 8. We automatically got paid on the 8. This time we're going to leave it out there instead of the 1 and done. And we got paid on the 8 again. And the guy made his point because it was an 8. So here we go with a come out roll. So now we're on the come out roll. We're active. We told the dealer we want to be working on the come out roll, working. We don't want a 10. Okay, it's a 5. So now we're going to get paid on a 7, a 6, a 7 out, and an 8. Right? We don't want a 10. There's a 4 again. Oops, we got crushed. We lost our 10. So we got to ladder up. So we ladder up. Now we have 200 on. Okay. There's the 5. We didn't have the 5, but it was the point. So he's coming out again, and there's the 8. We made money again on the 8. We don't want a 10. We want a 6, 7, or 8. And there's another 8. So he made his point. It's another come out roll. We don't want a 10. There's a 9. Still want a 6, 7, or 8. And there's the 6. Now we got paid on the 6. And again, if you wanted to play the 1 and done, you could take these down. You just tell the dealer down on the 6 or down on the 8. Thank God we didn't do that, because now we hit another 8. So you see how you're getting paid on all of these. At any time you can take these down, any of these down. These are not contract bets. Okay, 7 out. We got paid plenty on these, even though we lost the original bet. And now we got paid on this. Right? So there we go. So I hope you guys understand what a place bet is, what a lay bet is against a number, and what they mean when they say that they're laddering up on the lay bets or if they're laddering up on these bets. So now I think when you go to those other channels, you're going to have a little better idea as to what they're talking about, right? What they're talking about. This game is amazing. There's a lot of money to be made from craps. And there's quite a few really, really, really good systems. We show you some of these on the private side of CruzCasinoMafia.com. You can also take a look at some of the amazing systems that are on YouTube. But again, go to Wizard. This is Wizard of Odds, and you practice. You don't have to feel like you don't know what you're doing or this is a complicated game. It's not a complicated game. Notice, did I make any pass line or don't pass bets or any horn bets or hard ways or field bets? Don't come or come. All the bets that I just showed you are all made here. They're either called place bets or lay bets. Okay? There's lots of really amazing stuff if you learn how to play craps. With that, I hope you guys understand and the light bulb was went off, and we'll be able to do more on the craps table going forward. Thanks a lot. Remember, visit CruzCasinoMafia.com. Now, not only do you get all of our systems ongoing, but there are private opportunities like Baccarat Squared, which is one of the best Baccarat systems out there that no one is showing you because it's not available publicly. Through a special deal with the developer, you can only get Baccarat Squared as a member of CruzCasinoMafia.com. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next video. Hopefully you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel.